YouTube channel. And honestly, if you
say nothing.
like, yeah.
What's your YouTube channel? I'll subscribe.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. You can click on my icon, History Streets Disciple. So why do you think the vegan teacher is like, you know, racist for saying what?
The M word.
I mean, like, I think
kind of laying apart lie though.
I mean,
okay, well, why is somebody racist for saying the N word?
because it's a racist word, you know. Because if they're white and they say the N word.
All right, well, I need okay, I want a definition and verification text. What is your definition of racism, and why should I abide by it?
Hold up, let me search up the racism definition real quick.
It means prejudice, discrimination of antagonism directed against someone to a different race based on the belief that's the only race. That's basically like what?
Yeah. Yes,
prejudice,
that is the exact definition that we put on.
Person, people based on their membership, particularly racial or ethnic. Okay, so I'm gonna take out the minority part, but like, just give me a sec, would you? Oxford. I'm gonna go with I usually go with Oxford definitions. Oh, snap. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say it's in poor taste. I think that's a much easier thing.
A belief that race is fundamentally determinant of human trait and capacity.
Oh, I stopped your YouTube, by the way, HSD.
The behavior or attitudes that reflects and fosters a belief of.
Hold up, whose YouTube is it?
HSD. Clicking his bio.
HSD, yeah, say nothing, man.
Okay, then I might watch some videos, but like, is there any any major topic in this conversation, or is it just that vegan teacher? Because she's honestly not that.
She's not really a conversation, to be honest.
Exactly, she's not that interesting.
Who's this British geezer? I'm British as well.
So,
I'm British.
So did you actually put your
Who said that?
hold up your definition? I asked you to put it in the Discord verification chat.
Say nothing. I'll copy and paste it.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Oh yeah, you do it because I'm lazy and I can't be asked.
Behavior. I believe.
Wait, so what's going on?
Busing. Yes. There you go. There's the link.
Yeah, I kind of thought we'd just be going like over like I thought we'd kind of be going over like frameworks to be vegan, frameworks to not be vegan, and reductios in more like a philosophical sense. That's what I assumed this was at, but it does seem to be that.
I was going to pull that, but I was gonna first clarify that vegan teacher is indeed not a racist.
Another vegan bum licker.
Okay. I mean, I don't think she's racist. I just think it was in poor taste.
I mean, so this is what I would probably.
I believe she shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, it's in poor taste. Okay, like I said.
Yeah.
Snowflakes in this chat, innit?
So that's one way of putting racism. Usually racism, when it comes to definitions, there's two things that people will define. Either racial discrimination, some sort of racial discrimination based definition, or second, a racial superiority. So one, has anything she done signified racial superiority? Two, has she discriminated in any shape or form? Like, this is where context matters. If I said the N-word in context, like somebody called me an N-word today, does that mean that does that make me a racist? I mean, like, so.
Say it, fam.
No, because it's YouTube.
Oh, I thought you were black, innit?
I'm not white. Yeah, I'm half. I'm a mixed. I'm a mutt. I got some black in me.
I'm 0.1% African.
Oh, well, good for you. But my whole point I'm trying to say here is like, so the vegan teacher, like, what context was she using the N-word under? And did she display some level of superiority, or was she promoting discrimination towards other people?
She's probably both.
Pardon me? Maybe you didn't hear him. So, yeah, no worries. So, Rad, I'm asking you a question. Like, did the vegan teacher, did she promote racial superiority or discrimination towards other groups or minorities or majorities? Like, did she promote racial discrimination or racial superiority? And if so, do you have evidence for that? See, this is kind of okay. So like this is kind of my point when it comes to it. Like, do you want a moment to think, or can I continue?
Yeah. Can I have a moment to?
Yes. I don't want to overwhelm somebody. It's easy just to talk and overwhelm. Like, and like, you know, the destinies of the world. It's oh my.
She accidentally said it. She didn't even say it in like no derogatory term, innit? Like. Free my bro, the vegan teacher. She done nothing wrong.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how she's. Honestly, I don't fucking watch her content. I don't enjoy her content. I kind of find her videos, like, no hate to her. I just find her videos kind of cringy. And I'm sure she might find mine cringy. I don't know.
I don't watch it. I just see TikTok saying about how she's a racist.
Yeah, but.
Come on, my bro, Jack.
So.
I added you as a friend, didn't it?
Yeah. So my perspective on the N-word is, I think, so it's either nobody should say it or everyone should be able to say it. In my opinion, I think everyone should be able to say it. I don't really particularly care. We have these very arbitrary rules in society that we enforce upon people of lower status. So, for example, certain rappers who are Hispanic, such as Tekashi, nobody's calling him out for using the N-word. But, you know, if somebody uses the N-word, whether this be PewDiePie or whether this be a comedian, the world has this tendency of having an uproar.
Yo, Jack.
So, yeah.
Call me, innit?
What?
Oh, I'm talking to Jack, not you.
Okay.
Jack, call me, innit?
Alright.
Alright, be right back, guys.
Anyways, so, now we talked about the vegan teacher. Yo, Jack, you there?
Yeah,
I mean, like...
I'm just saying.
Yeah, so, what was it? Do you think the vegan teacher is racist?
I mean, no, not really.
Yeah, so, like, this is just kind of my perspective on the N-word, is this racial sensitivity has also created a new level of, it's created this new level, the racial sensitivity over these words have created a new level of political correctness that in and of itself, I would say, is racist, where if one group of people say it, it's fine, but if another doesn't, if another does, then it is racist. For example, if white people say it, it's racist, but if black people say it, it's fine. Oh, geez, well, he just left. And a big problem I have with this is to call out racism, you have to call out a group of people sometimes. So if white people are discriminating to me, I have to call them out for being racist, which you could say in and of itself is a slippery slope to racism. So trying to discourage, let's say, white people from using the N-word can perhaps be a deterrent for, I guess you could say, people casually trying to publicly discriminate. It can be a deterrent, and to some extent, perhaps it's good if white people do not casually use the N-word as much, so they don't look like, you know, somebody who's dog whistling or somebody who's trying to hide behind that it's a joke. In reality, it's not a joke. Like, I get the racial sensitivity to an extent, but
with like dog racing, like.
But the point I'm trying to make here is the idea that one group of people can say it and another can't. I find it to be absurd. In fact, there's a song by Greydon Square that I really like called the N-word. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in chat. N-word. Yeah.
Wait, I'm saying that after this, is there like is this related to like a broader point about veganism that will extend after this conversation, or?
I would like to afterwards.
I also like to say
we're just talking about what is racist right now first.
The thing is,
the point in which I'm also trying to get at here is this word has sort of created a new level of privilege where one group can say and one can't, and it also created another layer of expectations on black people that they're expected to get offended. For example, I didn't get so offended that I punched someone when they called me an N-word. And in school, I was treated pretty poorly because of that. And it took me years to realize that they had this standard of what black is based off the standard.
Only black people say it, but technically that's racist because only one minority of group can say it.
That's what I'm also. That's one perspective you can take, yes. But another aspect too is this sensitivity around the word has actually placed a expectation on black people to be offended around that word, and when that offense is not met, it can be either seen as perhaps being weak, in my case, being passive, being a pussy, whatever you want to call it. And it's something that I had to live through, and it's a form of discrimination I had to experience. It's this form of anti-racism that actually really is just racism. It's really just racism in disguise as anti-racism. And as a
it's more like identity politics.
Yeah, it's identity politics. Yeah, so I think you could be a right or left wing, and I think I would ideally like to move past the discussion of these words a little bit and the sensitivity of these words and move it to context.
For the most part, a lot of them has. A lot of left-wing philosophers like Mark Fisher, some scholars like Ben Burgess critique those more like it types and actually critique how ineffective this rhetoric is at actually like pursuing any of the material changes they're interested in. So
say one more time, I dare you. Huh? Keep saying that. Call it, please. Oh! He smacked the tooth on my head. He put the tooth on my head. He smacked me so hard.
Should have had called him. What's up with you?
You gotta call the police now. He caught my eyeball out.
I think it already exists if you look.
Can I just say, have you ever thought, if you get COVID, technically you aren't vegan anymore because COVID was created by the eating a bat, innit?
No, that's not been confirmed. It's like I think it's like our best guess as to how it might have started, but I don't think there's like I think we actually have not actually confirmed the patient zero. It's just
all
like
right.
the most likely guess.
Talked about the vegan teacher. I think I've given my take. So do you want to have a quick conversation with Kron about that?
Yeah. So, what are your contentions with veganism first?
Good, innit?
Like we're at, like simply put, Kron, like why aren't you vegan, bruh? Like just asking.
Yeah.
I am. I'm vegan because I have a cat and I don't like animals. I don't want an animal to be eaten because of it's a Holocaust, pretty much. If they'd done that to same to humans, then there'd be an outrage. But if we do it to animals, which are still living things and have feelings like us, then there's no outrage to it for some reason.
So what do you say to the people that are offended by that comparison?
Right, so we're not comparing victims here. Obviously, because I'm a Jew, I'm much more sensitive to persecution of Jews. Because I'm a human, I'm more sensitive to oppression of human beings. But because I'm also concerned with the moral universe, I'm also very concerned with the oppression of all living beings, including sentient animals.
How did you step out of your own experiences to empathize and relate to others rather than sort of staying in the mindset and the mind frame of being a victim?
Right, that's a good question. Yeah, I think that being a victim and identifying yourself as a victim is very destructive in a couple of ways. It's destructive in a personal way because it keeps you from developing your human potential, and it's destructive in a social way because it gives you permission to ignore the suffering of others and perhaps even to oppress others. When I first saw the slaughterhouse, I saw all those body parts and it just brought back memories.
Based on your experiences, why did you then choose to become an animal advocate rather than the human rights advocate?
I think that the oppression of animals is the gateway drug to oppressing humans. Because when a child is first told that the dog on his sofa is to be loved and cherished, whereas the pig on his plate is to be abused, killed, dismembered, and eaten for food, that's the first time that we instill the notion in a child's mind that it is okay to discriminate between two living beings that basically look and seem alike. which is the basis of all forms of oppression, is that you're basically telling one living being that he can live and another that he must die. Living beings who look basically the same.
Obviously, as time passes, there